Knock knock.
Hello.
Hello, Timmy's. My name is Ariani. I'm the nurse practitioner student who's going to be taking care of you today.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name's Tamis Bruff,
And what's your birthday?
January 13th, 1988.
All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands and we're going to do a cardiovascular exam.
Okay.
But bear with me, it can be a little time consuming, okay?
Okay.
Let me go ahead and put my stethoscope on.
All right.
And we're going to start with the sitting up position, okay? I'm going to go ahead and listen for your aortic valve on the second intercostal space on the right sternal border. We're gonna listen for 60 seconds on the diaphragm and then 60 seconds on the bell. For the purpose of this exam, we're gonna go a little faster. Go ahead and switch it to the bell. I'm gonna move down to the second intercostal space on the left sternal upper border to listen for the pulmonic valve. Then going down to the Erb's point on the third intercostal space, medial sternal border on the left side. Listening with both the diaphragm and the bell. All right, moving down to the tricuspid valve, which is on the fourth intercostal space, left sternal border. Listening with both the diaphragm and the bell. And last is listening for the mitral valve on the apex of the heart, which is on the fifth intercostal space, mid-clavicular line. Listening with both bell and diaphragm and bell for 60 seconds. The results of these findings, or the findings of this test are S1 and 2 are present, normal heart rate and rhythm, no trills or heaves or heart murmurs auscultated, okay? So we're gonna move down and actually lay you back. I'm gonna do the same heart sounds, okay?
Okay.
Very good. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and listen for the aortic valve, which is on the second intercostal space on the right sternal border, with the diaphragm and then the bell for 60 seconds. Then we're gonna move to the second intercostal space on the left side, left upper sternal border, to listen for the pulmonic valve, diaphragm and bell. Going down to the Erb's point on the third intercostal space on the medial left sternal border, listening with both diaphragm and bell. Fourth, we're going to auscultate for the tricuspid valve on the fourth intercostal space on the left sternal border, diaphragm and bell. Going down to the fifth intercostal space, apex of the heart, mid-clavicular line for the mitral valve. All right, the findings of this exam are S1 and 2, S2 are present, normal heart rate and rhythm, no trills, heart murmurs, or heaves auscultated. So we're gonna go ahead and have you move over to your left side. You can do that for me, please. And I'm gonna go ahead and listen for all the same heart sounds, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna start with your right side on the second intercostal space, listening for the aortic valve on the right sternal border. Moving to the left side on the second intercostal space, listening for the pulmonic valve on the left sternal border with both diaphragm and bell for 60 seconds. And we're gonna move down to the Erb's point, to the third intercostal space, medial to the left sternal border, both diaphragm and bell. Down to the tricuspid area, fourth intercostal space, left sternal border, both listening with diaphragm and bell. And then we're gonna go ahead and listen for the apex of the heart, the fifth intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, where the mitral valve is located, with both the diaphragm and the bell. Very good. The findings of this exam are S1 and 2 are present, Normal heart rate and rhythm, and no murmurs, trills, or hips are auscultated. Now we're gonna go ahead and check for the pulse of maximum of the point of maximum pulse of maximum intensity, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and check for that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and palpate under your breast area as well. So
Okay.
I apologize. Checking for that over here. Let me move over to this side. And for the findings of this exam, no pulsation is noted, checking for the point of maximum impulse. We're gonna move to, and actually have you lay all the way on your back here, okay? And I'm gonna do the same I was doing when listening to your sounds, but I'm gonna just palpate it with my hands, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna palpate for the aortic valve area on the second right intercostal space on the upper right sternal border. Moving to the second intercostal space on the left upper sternal border for the pulmonic area. Going down to Erb's point on the third intercostal space on the medial left sternal border. Moving down to the tricuspid area on the fourth intercostal space on the left sternal border. And down to the apex of the heart, mid-clavicular line, mitral valve area. Fifth intercostal space. All right, and no hips or trails are palpated in this exam. Okay, and those are the findings. And now the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check for your pulses, and I'm gonna start with the pulses in your arms, and then down to the femoral area, and then or your pelvic area, and then down to your legs. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So on this exam, I'm gonna be checking for any weakness on the pulses or bounding pulses as well. So let's check again for your radial pulses right here, and they are 2+ bilaterally. That going down to the pelvic area, I'm gonna go ahead and feel in this area, one side first, and then the other. And femoral pulses are 2+ bilaterally. We're gonna move down to your legs, where we're gonna check for your dorsalis pedis pulses. And these are 2+ bilaterally. And then the posterior tibial pulses, which are also 2+ bilaterally. No weakness or bounding palpated. Alrighty, thank you so much, Denise, for allowing me to do this exam on you.
No problem.
And have a good day.